This brings us to our financial information, and this slide is just covering the expenses alone. The following slide will cover the revenue. So this is a lot of information to take in, but I'm just going to try to cover it briefly. Our tournament expenses are based on our location, the tournament supplies needed, the personnel, and all of the housing that would be needed for not only the people that are coming from the NAIA, but of course both teams themselves and all that come with that kind of a party. So two things that I wanted to highlight here. Our facility rental fee and our practice sites you see at $0. In order to make us look appealing, we are going to cut out the profit that we would make because we're expecting enough revenue to come in that we would not ask for that extra 20% or 30% that facilities ask for in profit on top of covering just their base fees. What we are going to ask for is that they do cover the base cost of paying our personnel and paying our utility base fees, so our water, electric, energy, and then the average of 400 people that are coming to work the game. So we got to those numbers by saying that we're paying an average of $10 an hour to each person, and a game normally lasts about 5 hours. The awards, programs, and tickets cover the price of the people who are paying the tickets themselves, the programs that we're having printed, and the awards for both teams, which include both trophies, plaques for each team, and the offensive and defensive players of the game. And those we got from average costs from local companies per the number of items that we needed. Game personnel, obviously the NAIA will not have to pay for their own staff because they already have their own staff, so that's not something we're covering. The photography and videotaping, each team will have their own video person that they will be bringing along. We'll be paying for their housing and things, but we're not going to pay for an extra entity to come and cover, as well as it will be streamed on ESPN3, such as it was last year, so they will cover the price of that personnel, as well as the NAIA staff includes the social media people who cover games like that. So the people that we are paying for personnel, other than the just regular facility guys or the referees and the tournament committee people that we're having come in, as well as the specific trainers for each team. So that's listed. Moving over to the miscellaneous, the housing of the NAIA personnel, the 10 courtesy cars that we're going to have, and the banquet meals that we're going to have are all covered. Banquet is going to have $12 a plate times the average number of people that attend the banquet, which is 225 people, and the other sponsored luncheons and champions of character programming and video streaming and things are all things that are included, as well as insurance. Facility already has insurance. There's no special insurance that we would buy for the championship itself. So because both teams, the NAIA, FIU, and all are covered, we wouldn't be buying an extra load of insurance. The big chunk that comes with this is the travel for the teams. We took an average of what buses and flights would cost to get round trip, did that, as well as the $115 per night contracted by the hotels, and multiplied that by the number of rooms we would need for each teams to stay at the hotels, and got to that 20,000 number, as well as the last transportation number listed is for the buses that would be traveling individuals back and forth from the practice fields to the playing fields and around to different facilities and events for that weekend. So our grand total for that is a little bit over $100,000 for the expenses for the 3 days of the championship.